Hello everybody, Grizzly Pig here and welcome to today's episode. I am back on the Arcanist today because something happened yesterday in the battlegrounds that made me interested and inspired to maybe make another build with my Arcanist here. I was up against a player and his name, I'll give him a shout out, is Stulahu. I don't know if I was saying that right. But yeah, thank you to this guy. He's helped me with this. I messaged him after Battleground because he was performing very well there. He was extremely tanky, nearly unkillable pretty much. I think I clapped him once, but it was not a 1v1. But he was like just 2v1 in with ease, like finished off my mate, and then he would either get me or his teammates to show up or whatever, or the other team, and he'd still be surviving like an absolute beast. And so basically what was happening was he was just shielding and healing. So I asked him what sort of things he was doing and what sets and stuff, and he was using a 2-bar with some arena weapons and the deadly strike set as well. And I thought, well, it'd be nice to do something similar to that, but of course, by no surprise, I'm going to make it a 1-bar. And so here we are. I'm going to show you what I'm going to go for, and we're going to see a battlegrounds as well in the next episode to see like how it's performing. And so let's start off with the sets I've chosen. Well, first off, I'll show you my points here because I pressed the wrong button. So we're going to go for all points in health. So that's what he did, so I'm going to try off with that first. This is going to be, for all intents and purposes, a stamina build pretty much, but we haven't put any points into stamina. That could change. We could take 10, 20 points out of health and put them into stamina if we feel that we can do that. We've got nearly 40,000 HP, but not quite. I still haven't got my Undaunted Metal yet. I am working towards it. I'm queued for Undaunted Pledge at the minute. So, yep, just shy of 40,000 HP. Our stamina is just shy of 20,000, and you can see the rest of the stats there as well. 2,000 stamina recovery nearly. So that's that. If we look at the sets we're going for, so the main one is the Hiss Sap. So this is going to help our survivability. I think it's going to go quite nicely because this is going to be mainly a survivability build. We're hopefully going to be able to get some kills as well because of the skills we used. I'll show you those in a minute. So we've got the Hiss Sap stuff there. We've got the Open Soul Ring, of course. Hiss Sap also on the shoulders, which are light. The helmet is heavy, and that's for the monster set with the offensive penetration there. And we're pretty much we're prioritizing health. On this helmet, I'd like to have the Tri-Stat enchantment, but we haven't got that just yet. And you can see we're going for things like Reinforced, and on our other 5 set we've got the Night Mother's Gaze set. This is just because I haven't got a lot of money at the minute. I'll probably go for Mara's Balm. I might give that a go, but here I just thought this would be quite nice because we're just getting that major breach on the enemies, and you can't go wrong with that. So we've got Reinforced again, and we've got the Tri-Stat on that chest piece. Divines there, that's got stamina on it, but that's no problem. I just haven't bought the glyphs to make it HP or Tri-Stat. Well fitted, not a bad one either. Well fitted, impenetrable. I'd probably change that. This has Tri-Stat on it, but it's I wouldn't recommend going for it on the gloves first. I'd recommend getting on the helmet, the chest, and the legs first if you can. And of course there, the legs has got it on there by sheer luck. So that is it for the gear. I just mentioned as well, of course, that this is medium set on this 5-piece here, but you can go heavy. I would recommend you go either medium or heavy for this, definitely, just because of what we're trying to do. And then we're going to jump into the skills. So first of all, we're going to talk about our spammable. So we're using the Cephaliarch's Flail. They're the tentacles that come flying out. This is the stamina version. This builds Crux, and it heals you for a little bit as well, and immobilizes. It's very, very good for controlling who is coming at you, because when you immobilize people, if you want to back out of a fight, you can use it for defensive purposes, but it's also an incredibly useful offensive skill as well. And then we've got the Rune of the Colourless Pool. This is our CC, so you land this on someone and then they're stunned, and then you can get the combo off if you want to. Our two survivability abilities are the Impervious Rune Ward, so we're getting some shielding going on there from that, and then we've got a heal involving Rune Mend. Stulahu actually recommended that we go for the no, not Rune Blades. Instead of Rune Mend, we go for the Rune Guard here, Rune Guard of Freedom, but I don't feel it was giving me really much healing, so I've decided to go for the Rune Mend instead in this build. And then for our main damage ability, we're not doing crazy damage here with anything. Our Spam Ball's pretty good damage, but once we've got our Crux up, we can choose to spend it in the Pragmatic Fate Crafter, the Holy Bible Beam, and this is going to do some really nice damage. And it's a way of cheesing damage, really, because it's going to do good damage whatever your build is, and since we're really tanky, it's really the one way we've got of really pumping some damage out. So we've got that there. We can choose to spend our Crux on that. Alternatively, we can spend it on the Rune Ward as well, because it also will consume Crux if we need to give you a better amount of healing too. And this scales off your max health, so that's why putting points solely into health makes sense here. And then our ultimate is absolutely crazy. This one, we're not using the Squid Beam, we're using the Sanctum of the Abyssal Sea. This is basically going to give us a mega massive shield, and any damage that is absorbed at the end of the shield will be dished out again back to our enemies within 5 meters, and it can hit extremely hard. I've been hit by this 30k before if you're in the wrong place, if you don't see it, if you're not paying attention to your enemy and they're using this, and they're going to one hit you with this for sure. So that's great. The shield is absolutely crazy. It's more than all of your HP with this shield. So the idea is that if you want to fight and engage someone, you go in, you're going to use your spammable wherever you can. You're going to use your stun, and then once you've got your Crux up, you can finish them off with the Bible book if you can. And that's pretty much it, and the rest of it is just staying alive, and that's going to help us take objectives and everything. For the weapons, we'll just go back to those quickly. I've chose to use a two-handed Maul of Hiss Sap. It was pretty cheap. It's got Powered on it, and this is going to increase our healing. Can't go wrong with that. We've also got Life Drain enchantment to give us back some health. The weapons, I would say that this is, you could either use what I've got here now, or dual wield if you want to do more damage. Or if you want to be able to do damage at range, then of course go for a destruction staff, maybe a fire one or a lightning one, whatever you decide there. So this is like up for discussion. What you want to use here is changing, whatever you like. We're going to try this in battlegrounds, but I will go over and have a look at the CP as well in a minute. And then we're getting points all in light, medium, and heavy armor as well for our passives. And in the two-handed tree here, we're just taking the passives that are relevant for us. Not too much going on here, but I would say the first two are probably the most important, maybe. And that's pretty much it for that. Let's go and have a look at the CP now, just quickly. So I'm not going to worry about the green tree. In fact, I haven't really changed these, but here we go. Weapons Expert, Master at Arms, Deadly Aim, Fighting Finesse, Siphoning Spells, Rejuvenation, Fortified, Boundless Vitality right there. And of course they can change as well. In fact, in Cyrodiil I would probably go for some slightly different ones here, like Sustained by Suffering and things like that, maybe. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then just covering also our Mundus Stone as well, because I forget things like this. So we're going for the Lover. You could go for the Serpent if you want more stamina recovery, but the Lover's very good. You could go for the one that gives you more maximum HP as well. That would be quite handy. And then we're using a dubious Cameron Throne as our food there. So what does that give us? That gives us stamina recovery, max stamina and max health. So they're the things we want, definitely. And then for our potion, of course, we are using the Tri-Stat potion because we need all of our stats. We need Magicka, we need health, we need stamina, because our abilities are using predominantly stamina, but we do definitely need magicka to get our combo off. Definitely our stun is magicka using, and our shield is also magicka using, so you need to have that as well. So that's pretty much it. I think that covers everything for now, and in next episode I will see you where we do the battleground, and we'll see how that goes. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. If you made it this far, I'd like to say a big thank you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like this. It would help my channel out a lot. I also do videos where I talk more in detail about my builds, as well as other Elder Scrolls Online content, guides, discussions, etc. Please feel free to ask questions or say hi in the comments, as I do reply to all of them when I can. Thanks again, and see you next time.